everybody, it's Marian, and I'm going to make you this quick little video for a couple of reasons, right? The first one is a very practical one to tell you where to find the training and, to get on with it basically. But let me share my screen with you. So I'm going to share screen. I'm going to turn Skype off if I can, because that will be terribly distracting. Hold on for me 2 seconds. Let me just turn Skype off. Here we go. Come on, Skype. Okay, sign out. Right, okay. Also, that won't take up too much bandwidth, so we'll have a better chance of getting through this recording in one piece. Okay, so I'm going to share screen. I'm sharing my desktop. That will be the best one to share. Okay, you should see that. I will come back to this, but in the meanwhile, what I want to show you is something else altogether. So I'm going to close that down. And here in our Abundance for Life group, let me take that out of the way. There we go. Okay, in here, under files, you'll see it generally posted here as well, right? How to get leads doing product reviews, that's review videos. And over here, if I go into the file itself, so you can actually access it like that. You can download it here. And if you download it, you'll actually have all the links and everything else that you can click on and, work your way through it in that way. Now, that is a definite way of generating leads to whatever you're wanting to promote. Okay. I've done a very detailed set of training videos. Sonia's videos and Sonia's training has been a massive help. And of course, Sonia's track record. Okay, she gets a steady stream of traffic. And whereas before, when many of us here were promoting Empower Network, I kind of didn't get the connection between between people who were looking to do binary options. I didn't think that they would be a good fit for, a high-ticket program like Empower Network, where people had to learn what to do, etc. Right. Here, there is a lot more of a fit. When I say here, I mean with Zoocool now. There's a lot more of a fit because to begin with, they could start with just $10. They also get the tools they need, which is the autoresponder and the lead capture page. They have that there included in the $10. There's regular training. They can start to build their Zoocool business. But that's it, just copying and pasting adverts, etc. Right? Or if they want to, they can join the team in our trainings and, learn that way to grow a business after having invested just $10 a month in it, rather than getting themselves in above their heads and then, really kind of worrying and being stressed and being impacted negatively and all of that, right? So I think that this is a very, very good fit. So I would strongly recommend you dig in and learn. Let me open up. So if you go to files here, click on the files there, on the tab files, and here you go. You'll see them here, right? I'm just going to click on this. Normally, if you wanted to download it, you click on the download button and it would land up on your hard drive, okay? But I have at least 2 more versions to upload. So I've got just 2 more videos left to finish. And this was the last one I uploaded today with, I think, video number 8. And then I've got videos 9 and 10 to do an upload together with an example. Come on, open up. Okay, I'll take you to my version of it. It's obviously just wanting me to download it. So here on my desktop, my very busy, poor little desktop, I'll go to projects, and in binary option reviews, I'll go to training videos, right? And here they are. Okay, so this is my guide. Yeah, this is the one here. This is the document that I uploaded for you there. So let me click on it and open it for you. Gosh, the computer goes really slow when you're on a webinar or a Zoom meeting, as this one is. Right, so, okay. So here we go. I've given you a little bit of an update, and here are the videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've given you the notes of setting up to do a video because it's quite kind of in-depth, right? I've given you the notes here. I've given you the script that I kind of use, though I tend to pretty much talk, you know, spontaneously on each video, right? And I'll show you how I do that, right? So there's the script that you can use and tweak to your heart's content. And then I carry on with number, was that number 7, right? So I continued with number 7, a bulletproof point summary, and here are the bullets I use, okay? And then it goes over to, then I create a folder and it carries on. This is all to do with video 7, right? And then left to do is how to structure your video review, which I've actually finished now. So I will pop that in and I will upload that last thing tonight. Will I do last thing tonight? Yes, I will do last thing tonight. And then tomorrow, I've just got to finish off these 2 and a review video of my own, so I can show you how it all ties together, right? And that will be the final version that's uploaded. And like I said, you can reach that here in our Abundance for Life group, right? Under the files section. Okay, so do dig in, and from now on, for the next 4-6 weeks, we're going to just focus on this one system, on this one method, okay, till we're all up and running and we're all confident in what we're doing. And then it's generating free traffic for us, targeted free traffic, which will stand you in good stead in whatever you want to be promoting, and certainly promoting Zookle and Zookle Ad Network. Okay, right. So, and what I mean by promoting anything is, what I'm saying is, it is a life skill. Once you learn to do that, you can apply it into whatever area you want to do going forward, right? Okay, so that's the one thing I want to talk with you about. The next thing are our Hangouts. They are going to be Tuesdays without fail. Now, I say that, obviously, if something impossible happens, then yes, you know, you'll get a little email, or I just may not turn up. You know, things happen, and I don't want to say that they won't, because we know they do, right? So, but other than that, I'm going to be here every Tuesday at this time, ready to answer your questions, ready to train you in whatever you need to do to get you up and running and your business up and working, right? Because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing as well. And in the meanwhile, so ignore all of these older ones here where I'm saying uploaded, updated docs, etc. The best thing for you to do is just go to Files, click on that tab, and then on that one there, Download. Okay, done, right? I think you'll also get the option to decide where you want to save that file. If not, just watch where it's going so you know where to retrieve it. But it's always going to be here for you. So if you can't find it, come back and have a second attempt, all right? Or as many attempts as you need to make this work. Now, I want to talk with us about something else altogether, and that is, I spotted a little post that I put up on my own wall some time ago, and for some reason somebody commented on it today, and it brought it back to mind, and it's called this. And I kind of, if you're anything like me, you go through some of this as well, right? And my question was, are you tripping over pebbles? Okay, here's the thing, right? You know, we're all on a journey, right? And, you know, we're supposed to walk down life's path, as it calls it, right? And my idea of a path is something nice and smooth where you won't trip over anything, etc. But, you know, I'm not being negative, I'm just being practical and I'm saying it as it is. Invariably, there will be a pebble, and the smaller the pebble, the more irritating it is. You'll either trip over it, or worse still, it'll get into your shoe and it'll irritate you non-stop till you stop and deal with it. Okay. And you know what I want you to understand, and what I want to encourage you with, I'm not saying you don't understand it. I have every respect for you. What I'm saying here is it doesn't matter what life brings your way to trip you up, etc. Look out for those things and know that they are going to be there. Accept them, deal with them and carry on, right? Sometimes I know it's not that easy, and then you just got to take the fall. You fall over, you cut your elbow, you graze your knees, you smash your nose, etc. It's painful, but as quickly as you can, get your act together again, pull yourself up, get going. Okay, because that journey of life, that's exactly what it is. It is a journey. We can't stand still. Okay, there was another post I saw a little while ago. I seem to be looking at a lot of these things to do with journeys. Another post also on my timeline some time ago, where it says, even if you're going in the right direction, if you stand still, sooner or later you'll be run over. Okay, just think about it, You're taking the right motorway or freeway or whatever you call it, whichever side of the pond you happen to live. And the traffic is flowing in the right direction, you're going in that right direction, but you suddenly decide, well, actually, okay, I'm going to just stand here. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get knocked flat and, rolled as flat as a pancake. And my advice to you is, yes, there are times in life when you have to take time out. Get into a safe place. Know that, give yourself a limited time. That's what I normally do. Okay, I remember now, this is very personal kind of thing, but I remember when my little dog died. This is going back 5 years ago now, 4 years, 5 years ago. Beautiful little Scotty, absolutely gorgeous little girl, my baby, right? When she died, I honestly thought that my heart was going to break, not in the kind of romantic as sung in the songs kind of way. Physically, I was in so much pain through her loss that I honestly felt like something was going to break inside me, right? And I was surprised myself at the strength of my feelings and my reaction. Yes, I knew all my dogs, bless their hearts, I don't know why they're designed to live for a shorter period than us. But every time we lose a pet, be it a hamster or a tiny little bird or a great big German shepherd, we mourn like we've lost a personal family member. That's all of us. But this little Scotty, I just wasn't anticipating the shock and the pain that I was going through. And I knew that I had two choices. I had a choice to either do nothing and just let that pain overwhelm me, which it was already doing, or I knew I had to give myself a deadline. Now, it sounds stupid, and I've never stopped grieving for her. Even now, talking about it, I'm a little bit kind of choked up kind of thing. She was the sweetest thing going. I always used to call her a little scrap of smelly fur. That was her. She was such a little sweetheart. But, I actually gave myself a deadline. I said, okay, Marion, she deserves you to mourn her loss. So I'm giving you till the end of the week. I think she actually died on a Sunday. So I gave myself to the end of that week, which was the following Saturday. And I said, lie down, feel the pain, don't eat, do whatever you want to do, grieve, cry like your heart is going to break, till you're dehydrated. Do all of that. Come Saturday, you're going to get your act together again. And when my husband, because he was so worried because he'd never seen me in such a state, but when, he was trying to kind of helped me along. And I actually said to him, babe, don't worry. This Saturday, I've made up my mind. That's it. I'm going to get going. He was surprised that I'd actually taken that step. But come Saturday, because I knew I'd given myself that deadline, and I knew I had to get up and get going with work, with household things, with, everything that life is made up of. Because I had that deadline in place, it helped me deal with it. Right. On Saturday, I took it to the very end. So Saturday night, I got up, I'd been lying on the settee. I was too weak with crying to do anything else up until that stage. But at that stage, I decided, no, that's enough, come on. So went off, had something to eat, had a good shower, got changed, went to bed, went to sleep, and set my alarm to get up bright and early on Saturday and said, that's it, you've just got to get going. And I had to do that, and that is what got me through that whole thing. Otherwise, left to my own devices, I'd still be in such a bad state because of that little dog. Right. The pain I went through, I honestly cannot explain how surprised I was by that level of pain. Right. And why am I saying all this to you? Because, there are things like that happen in life that we can't avoid. Okay. There are family issues, on the bright side, things like weddings and births of grandchildren and grandchildren needing taken care of. And in my case, grandbabies going off to university and, so much happening. A daughter that needs chatting to constantly, a son that will call up and chat, when he feels like it, not when I have the time, but when he feels like it, right? I'm sure, many of you all have children like that. And yes, we have to make the time for all of that. But let me ask you, how much of the delays of doing things in your life, for your business, for things that you consider important, maybe not for your business, let's talk about just life in general. How many things that you consider important enough to do are not getting done because you're being busy, right? And I want you to honestly consider that, because recently that is something I had to consider. Okay, I had to seriously take that into consideration, and I had to ask myself, Marion, what is this all about? You're saying yes to everything. Is it because you have to be doing these things? Do you really want to be doing these things? Or are you saying yes out of some sense of obligation, or some sense of wanting to keep others happy? Yes, there are certain things I want to do, like look after my little granddaughter, when her parents go away or when they're ill or whatever. I take every opportunity I can get to spend time with that baby. She's just so much fun. But there are other things, I could name so many. And yes, you are called to use your time to serve others, use your talents to serve others as well. But there comes a time when you have to look at your priorities. My priority is myself and my husband. Obviously my children, right? But they're both grown up. One is 35, one is 38. They're both young people. They have their own lives, both have good jobs, both are doing well. So they're okay. My priority is to my husband and myself, okay? And if I'm not fulfilling my duties and my side of the responsibilities, if you like, then I don't need anybody else to tell me I'm letting us down, And part of my responsibility is really to be making this business work, helping you all make your businesses work and get going from there. But I was so busy, as it is, I have sort of limited energy levels, but then it's up to me to use what energy I have wisely, and I wasn't doing that, right? And, I was sort of gently kicked into touch with that. And so I'm passing on that little kick, right? I can't force you to do anything. I can't make you do anything. All I can say to you is, are you doing what you truly want to be doing? Okay, and for now and in the long term. Or are you tripping over pebbles? One lady put it really nicely here. Let me go down. Veronica Lloyd, right? It's just somebody I'm friends with on Facebook. She says, I was just thinking that, what am I doing? Stepping over a dime to pick up a penny. I need to turn my thoughts in the right direction. Negative stinking thinking out. Okay, and that literally is, what I'm talking to you about. Are you allowing the little things in life? Like me, my degree of perfectionism, that is a little tripping point for me, right? Are you allowing those kind of things to get in the way of your overall destiny, right? And how do you deal with that? You deal with it by going deep into whatever it is that motivates you, right? Now, I have such a variety of things that motivate me, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Gary Vaynerchuk, so many people who talk such good sense. Talking with my son, he's very business-minded, he's an entrepreneur. Talking with my husband, they both spark things in me that really fire me up and that, make me think, yeah, okay, yeah, I can do this, why not? And I go off and do things. But for me also, and I'll say this to you, your faith. Okay, you may be a Christian, you may be something else, I have no idea, right? But your faith, you should be able to delve into your faith. Go and find your anchors in your faith. Like for me, there is nothing that connects with me and resonates with me as much as the Bible does. Okay, and when the Bible tells me, listen, Marion, all things are meant to work together for the good of those who love God, I think, well, thank you. I'm going to take that as my indication that all of these difficulties, all of these problems are all designed to work in my favor. Thank you, God, I'm off and running. I just needed that word, right? So dig into your own faith. Find what makes you tick. Find what makes it you work. Find what clicks with you and make it happen. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to take a long while. So again, go off, get stuck into those videos. Please fill that room with questions for us, because every question you ask is going to help somebody else who hasn't even thought of asking that question yet. Okay, so ask your questions, let's get them answered in there, and then also I know what to train you on even more. Okay, and look out for those next two videos. I think I'm going to spend tomorrow doing them. Again, this morning I said I was going to finish all 3 videos today, and for some weird reason, that video number 8 took me half a day to complete. I just psyched myself out completely. But the other 2 videos, the last 2 videos are very brief, but they are very important. And I think it's my desire to get it absolutely right for you that's causing me to double guess and triple guess myself. But it's all good, because the more I'm doing that, the more confident I'm becoming in, what I'm teaching you, right? So you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week, and make things happen for yourself. And I'm here to help you do that too, right? Bless you. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye now.